Speedweeks will be completely different come 2021 as NASCAR makes changes en route to enhance performance, save teams money, and make the season and the schedule shorter. They're going to be doing that with a major overhaul for Speed Weeks. For the longest time, Speed Weeks has been ARCA race, Clash either Sunday or Saturday night, Daytona 500 qualifying on Sunday, and then you go and then you have practice it. Next race is then the duels, and then you have Truck, Xfinity, and Cup. That will change come 2021. Um, the Super Bowl with NFL extending its season out just a little bit and changing some stuff with that. The season has gotten longer. The Super Bowl is now going to be run on the weekend the Clash was run on this year, which is the weekend before the Daytona 500. So that was going to be a little bit of a conflict there. And NASCAR has been wanting to shorten the schedule down for quite some time. They've wanted to make it so that it ends maybe early October, late September, something like that. They don't want it to end all the way in November. Get in. It's a long season already. They want to try and keep the amount of races the same, but just compress it down to where it ends sooner. Be it double headers, midweek races, stuff like that. They have now changed Speed Weeks for 2021. The first big change comes with the Clash. We saw this year with the Clash at Daytona. It was a wreck fest. We had like every single race car torn up in some crashes. They crashed about 50 times in the race, and it was a long race with really, it's a long race, and they just stay single file for the first 50 laps of it, and then the final 25 laps goes chaotic. That's going to change in 2021. The Busch Clash will be run on the Daytona road course, much like what the Rolex 24 does with their Daytona road course. I assume they'll be testing it throughout, the season sometime and come upon an agreement of what road course to use, what layout to use. But the Clash will take place on the Daytona Roval for 2021. So that is an exciting change. That's been something that people have been like, how about Daytona Road Course? Would they do anything with that? Because it's there. It's been used for tons. It's been used in IROC. It's used for the Rolex 24. It's used all the time. People were wondering if NASCAR would ever go to it, and possibly if the Busch Clash works out well and the Clash is a success and the Roval is a success. Is it possible that they would maybe use it for the August Daytona race, the second Daytona race of the season? Would they possibly get rid of an oval date and give it to a road course? I don't know. I don't know if I would see them doing that, but it's always a possibility. If the Clash really works out well and people really like what they're seeing and NASCAR likes what they see, maybe they'll get rid of a pack race at Daytona and go to the Roval at Daytona. I know that that's probably a very unpopular opinion for a lot of people, a very unpopular statement to get rid of an oval Daytona race for a Roval Daytona race. In my mind, I'm all right with it. Once again, I've never really been the biggest fan of pack racing and super speedway racing, um, and I've always liked road courses and short tracks and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be bothered if they took the second Daytona race and moved it into a Roval race. So we'll just see how the Clash goes. As far as news for the Clash, obviously the 2021 NASCAR season is going to bring out the next gen car, and that's when they're going to start using it. Um, NASCAR had said the 2021 next gen car would be um, it would be used first in the 2021 Daytona 500, which leaves out the Busch Clash. NASCAR confirmed today that teams will use 2020 race cars, so the Gen 6 cars will be used one final time at the Daytona Roval in the Busch Clash, and then the duels in the 500 obviously will be, the same thing. So to try and make sure that it doesn't conflict with the Super Bowl at all, NASCAR has moved the Busch Clash from Sunday to Tuesday night. So now it's going to be a ton of action in like successive days. I'll tell you why. So February 9th is Tuesday night. That is when the Busch Clash will be run. So we're gonna have a midweek night race, which is gonna be something to watch for NASCAR's ratings. It's very possible that we're not gonna get midweek night races in the 2021 schedule. I mean, I just don't see that happening at this stage in the schedule. However, if a Tuesday night Busch Clash, race gets higher ratings than what it's getting now, it's possible that NASCAR will go to it for some summer months. Maybe like a midweek night race at like Gateway during the summer or something like that. So watch out for that. If watch out for the ratings for that next year. Um, and since the Super Bowl once again is on that Sunday, they have to change Daytona 500 qualifying. So now Daytona 500 qualifying is going to be the Wednesday after the Clash. So now it's going to go February 9th Clash, February 10th Daytona 500 qualifying. So once again, don't know what time that's going to be at. We know that the Clash is going to be at night. They said that. I assume 500 qualifying is going to be during the day, which is going to be when people are at work. So that's going to be interesting to see there. Are they going to do it maybe like later, like 3 p.m. is when they'll start? Are they going to start at like 5 p.m.? Are they just going to start at 1 or noon? That'll be interesting to see what they do there. And then the rest is pretty much the same except for ARCA. Obviously, the duels will be Thursday night again. Trucks will be Friday night. And then Saturday is going to be a doubleheader with the ARCA race and then the Xfinity race. We don't know when either one will be run. One might be run in the morning, one might be run in the afternoon, then put one at night. I don't know. And obviously the Daytona 500 Sunday, which to kick off the 2021 NASCAR season. So that's gonna be a week of action and racing at Daytona, and it's kind of put Speedweeks in terms of NASCAR down into just Speed Week. Obviously, Speed Weeks refers to more than just NASCAR. They call it Speed Weeks because of all the other short track racing that's going on down around there, and stuff, that type of racing. There's tracks all over the place down there, and they're all kind of running then. So they call it Speed Weeks for that stuff, where people can focus on that, and then they go to Daytona and they focus on this. This could put more emphasis on those short track races because they run that week before the 500 and that weekend. So it's going to put more emphasis on that for motorsports fans. If you're a NASCAR fan, you can now call it Speed Week. Because obviously they're probably not going to have practice on Saturday or Sunday. Maybe they will, but I think the earliest they're going to have practice is Monday. So they'll probably have a practice on Monday, practice on Tuesday, and then they'll have 500 qualifying, and then obviously the duels. So that leaves out a huge gap that we had before. This year and years past, we've had Daytona 500 qualifying Sunday, and then next time we see the cars on the racetrack, in terms of Cup cars, Thursday night for the duels because it's an impound. You can't change anything. So it was a gap of Monday there was nothing. Tuesday there was nothing. Wednesday maybe there was a truck practice or something, but there was nothing. Now it's just gonna be we'll probably have practice on Monday, stuff on Tuesday, stuff on Wednesday, stuff on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's gonna be I assume Monday to Sunday is just going to be packed full of action on track, which will be cool to see. It's kind of like the Pocono doubleheader, where there's going to be stuff every single day at the racetrack from Thursday to Sunday. So I'll be interested to see how Speedweeks works out in 2021. And I'll be interested to see for sure the Roval and how the Roval works. And if it works well, maybe it's going to be a points-paying race for NASCAR in the future. So just wanted to provide that quick update on Speed Weeks, how it's now compressed for 2021. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys for the next video.